Back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday, early afternoon. It's not long gone past midday. I hope you're well. I hope you look forward to a good day. Get some of that sun outside because it's absolutely baking outside. And as you can tell from the trim, I've not long come back from the gym. Poet and didn't know it. Anyway, in this video, we're talking a little bit around that a really fascinating report from Jack Pittbrook and the Athletic. As well as that, we're talking about a team potentially showing their hand when it comes to being interested in Emerson Royal. So plenty to get into, plenty to talk about. Just want to say though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I'm just going to start really quickly with this Emerson Royal report. So it's from Luca Bianchin, who is a journalist for Gazzetta dello Sport. It's a very good publication in Italy. You can see where this is going. And it said that AC Milan are interested in Emerson Royal. Tottenham want around 30 million euros to sell the player. So, again, not ever prepared with the euros to pounds thing out. So 30 million is about 30 million euros is about 26 million pounds. Now, if I'm honest, I don't think Spurs are going to get that for one. But I also going to say is I don't think Spurs are going to ask for that much. I think Spurs are going to want about 25 million euros. So about nearly 20 million pounds. I think that's probably what they're going to want. You know, obviously Spurs have had Emerson now for a few years. Obviously spent, 26 million pound on him. So in that time, you'd have paid off a good chunk of that already. So financial fair play wise, you're not going to lose out or anything like that. So I think 20 million is probably a more realistic amount. I mean, look, we were offered 21 million in January from Al Nassr. I would expect Saudi to come back in there again. I think, you know, if we're looking at Italy, and I'm talking just Italian teams in this regard, other than Napoli probably this summer, the rest are going to struggle to be spending much money. You know, Inter have got their financial issues. You know, there is no money in Juventus and things like that. Napoli are going to have money because of Osimhen and selling him. They're going to raise somewhere from 100 upwards, right? So they're going to have a bit of money. You know, they've been interested in Kulusevski already before. You know, if they're going to want him, we're going to be selling him, obviously not on the cheap. But I think if you look at AC Milan, it'll probably end up being about 20 million. And I just think take that, you know what I mean? Just kind of, don't hold your hopes and don't hold out for the idea that you might get 23, 24, 25 million. If someone offers you 20 million early doors, take it and move on, because the quicker you move on, the easier your job will be for the rest of the summer. Because if you go, well, we've already got rid of him, we need a replacement. Cool, then that's the right back position sorted. And then you go, we still need to work on X, Y, and Z, but you can kind of know that position is taking care of itself very quickly because you've been offered 20 million quite quickly. So I do hope Spurs are going to be a bit more open to doing a deal where, you're not going to get exactly, every penny possible. Sometimes you might have to take 80p to off the pound, and say, look, we're going to make 80-90% of what we want. Let's just take that and run with it. And I hope they do. I really, really hope they do. And do I see him at AC Milan? No, if I'm honest, but I could see him in Italy. Italian football would suit Emerson Royal to the absolute T, and he would do well out there as well. So there's that. Right, well, let's talk about from this piece from Jack Pittbrook, who, like I say, he's from The Athletic, who said that this summer Spurs are looking for a midfielder, striker, winger, and a backup right back. And he was talking about where should their priorities be, number 6 or 9. And if I'm honest, the priority should be number 6. I don't think this year we've struggled to score goals. I actually, ironically, have it to hand. We've scored 69 goals this season, okay? So we're talking 2 a game, basically. Had we got one more goal, it's 2 a game. 35 times 2, 70. Quick maths. Yeah, mate, yes. Chelsea have scored one more goal than us. Yes, Newcastle scored more. Villa have scored more. But there is no one else other than, obviously, the top 3 and those guys scoring more. So scoring goals aren't our issue. It's conceding goals is our issue. I mean, you look at Arsenal have conceded 28 to our 58. Man City 33 to our 58. Liverpool, who we don't even look at as being an amazing defensive team. They've missed Robertson and Trent and Matip, and obviously Alisson's been gone for a while. They've conceded 38 goals this season, so basically 1 a game. We're conceding, 1.5 goals a game. So every game we have to overcome quite a big deficit. So that's why I think, had we had a 6, and I like Basuma, by the way, this isn't a dig at Basuma. If we had a 6 who was like, my job is to dominate the midfield I don't care about going that way. I care about this way, and I care about making sure that we keep goals out. That 58 would be 45 in my opinion. Had we had a defence where we didn't play a back four or fullbacks for about a month and have to play a fullback at all times for about 3 months, I think you'd looked at and gone 58 with an actual 6 and, you know, even a couple of backup centre halves. That 58 would be nothing near 58. It'd be probably 45-ish, 40 to 45, because proper 6, an actual back 4, even if it's a couple of backup centre backs, if it's Dragusin and someone else, we'd be so much better off. And that's why I think we could go into next season. I think we'll end up probably scoring about, 3 games to go. We're averaging basically 2 a game. Let's call it 75 goals a season. We could go into scoring 75 goals next season and conceding 40 to 45. We'd have way more points, and that'd be a huge upturn. So I don't think it's Ange's system that's the issue. I think injuries have kind of screwed us at the back a little bit. I also then think a proper 6 would have been massive. But I also think Basuma is more of an 8, and I'd love to see what Basuma's like at an 8, because pressing and winning the ball higher up, Basuma's fantastic. Giving him the ability to kind of say, look, we got a guy behind you, plus the back line, move with the ball. And we saw at the start of the season, Biss, even though he was a 6, had the freedom to kind of get forward, actually take players on, and he was brilliant. He was fantastic, probably one of the best holding mids in the league at the time. So I think him as an 8 with a 6 right behind him, I can get on board with that. And I think, where does that leave Bentancur and Sarr? I think, one of them would have to then kind of say, look, one of you's going to have to be a 6 if you have a Basuma as an 8, or you might have Basuma as a 6 and then Bentancur and Sarr as an 8. I don't know, but we shall see. To give you an update, I will be doing my preview for the Burnley game a little bit later on. Just going to wait for Ange to come out with some injury news, although I don't think there will be many. I don't think that's Ange there, is it? No, it's not. It's Dan Kilpatrick. So I will do my update for that shortly. It'll be out a little bit later on, as well as a little bit of transfer news within that, okay? So don't worry. A lot of cool stuff is coming. But yeah, on this video front, hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section your thoughts and feelings about Emerson, AC Milan, or if you don't think he's going there, where do you think he might go? As well as that little article piece from Jack Brickbook. I want to know your thoughts and feelings about that as well. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.